Captain, how did I know you'd be here? Oh, well, um, never mind. I've brought you a flask of soup and a fresh water skin. You don't have to thank me, Captain. Just because the princess and the duke will be storied about doesn't mean you didn't ride with her every step. Doesn't mean I didn't ride with him. So we deserve, at the very least, my end of mission soup. Yes, I look somewhat different out of armor. I thought you were being unusually polite. You didn't know it was me. Ha! Here, sit on a step for a bit and have some of the soup. Well, alright. The soup and the posh clothes and the hair combined, fair enough. I won't tease. I forgive you for not knowing me, but I won't forgive you if you persist refusing my soup. It has 4 fresh herbs, 2 different types of pepper, chicken stock, chili, and garlic. Plus, I brought 2 cups. Ah. There we go. I cannot believe you weren't told to go off duty, so I figured you must be guilting or still full of energy or something like that. Thought so. We've been moving so long, I can still hear engines. I got back, I got changed, I lay down, and the quiet just pressed in on me. I even missed your noisy, stealth incapable cadre of soldiers. It's cooling down. Chili kicks in at the end, doesn't it? Not made this stuff in ages. Just makes me feel recentered. Like a chessboard that's had all the pieces swept off it. Perfect. After a mission, I always feel, well, I start thinking about the mistakes. The people I should have known were up to something sooner. The clues I probably missed. The threads I could have followed. It was strange following their graces, offering help instead of asking for it, being part of a group instead of acting alone. Exactly. When we started out, I was so anxious, having everyone around. Every noise someone made when we were being quiet, every time we were attacked. I think I wore a 1/4 inch off my teeth with all the grinding. Oh, and the worst part is, I was hiding how annoyed I was. I was trying to be impassive. The fact it showed enough to spark that first argument we had the night the Graces sneaked off together. That tells you just how uncomfortable I was. But I'd do anything for his grace. So... What do you mean? Of course I'd do anything. Even what? Me and his grace? Hells no. First, we knew each other as kids. Second, that means I knew him in his asshole preppy days when he was dating that utter waste of space who teamed up with the Drastakar to try and take us down. Third, not my type. My type? No, seriously, Eh, I don't have a physical type, and I've not noticed a pattern. Plus, my last three relationships were me getting close to an enemy of his grace. And, well, that brings a certain toxicity to a couple. But now he will be pandering to his princess, and I am hoping she won't approve of these tactics. Who knows? No, he didn't force me to do anything. It was fun at first. In my 20s, you know? Then I started to see the shades of grey in the world. I mean, I'm not an advocate of everyone has the right to their opinion, but I started to see paradigms, realize how easily I might have been led astray if I had not lived a tragic life, or if I had not had a privileged life. Like the Duke, yes, but he had me, and once he realized how fake his school friends were, and how wrong his father's raising was, and started caring, even if it was mostly in secret, about people, I stopped having to be sarcastic at him. Oh, what do you mean? I'm barely even mildly sardonic these days. Yeah, well, you may shudder, Captain, yes, ma'am. The way you would yes, ma'am, the princess when you disapproved of something drove the Duke nuts early on. No, not because you were a guard, because she was clearly taking your advice over his, even after he put on all that preparation into his reasoning. You didn't know? Ah, oh yes, there were drafts. There was color coding. Once there was string. More soup? Yeah, good, isn't it? But yes, as I was saying, preparation. Lots of it. So you yes mamming and rendering it all worthless just really got to him. Hilarious. Do you not laugh at the princess? Well, how long have you known her? What? No, I heard you. I just exclaimed in surprised consternation. You've known her 3 years, and you gave your life for. Don't quibble. You had no way of knowing I could get that poison out of you. Deft pillock. I mean, I do what I do for his grace because he saw me as a scrambling, gangly kid, and even though I had no potential, nothing to offer, he still made space for me. Still made sure I got my scholarship, got the opportunities to find out what I was good at. But you've only known her 3 years? I know she's the princess. You both made that very clear week one. I'm not saying stand by and let her get shot. You deliberately goaded a one-shot. No, see? No. This is what I get like after missions. I should have found a way to disarm it without setting off the mechanism. I should have let you know it was a one-shot mechanism faster. I should have gone in ahead and checked the room instead of us all walking in going gaga over the frescoes and the mural and the contraptions. I feel guilty, but knowing you weren't doing it for a long-term friend, but out of employee duty. Patriotism then, though not sure there's a difference for a royal guardsman. I'll take your word for it, but now you know me. Always find out if it's necessary before you throw yourself on your sword, so to speak. If I am there, I am meant to go in first. Don't act like you don't matter. Yes, I do care. I get very protective of people I like, and that number has doubled since the mission started. You and your crew are now gooselings to my mother goose. Yeah, Scared now, aren't you? You just wait till one of you gets your heart broken. I will track the heartless creature down and make them pay. Decapitation guaranteed. Oh, stop. Yes, I know you're serious, puppet. You're always serious. You are. You are. You are. Are we going to do this all night? If so, at least let's find a sofa to sit on. All the taverns and bars will be shut, but come to the apartments they gave me. They're huge. You can stay in one of the guest rooms and help me eat all the food they left me to make breakfast with. Give your crew one morning after a mission without the officer around so that they can bitch about royalty and talk about you behind your back. You do know. You just want me to convince you. Come on. Please? Please, 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 please. There we go, buggery. How hard will I have to beg to get you to drink a beer? There we go. Humor. Give me a hand. Love this palace. It was always a challenge to get in and out of. Could treat your bottom rung staff better, but hey ho. Yeah, agreement against the crown, family member in service. Both. So how come you didn't? Because they treat a bottom rung like... Oh my, I've never heard you swear. No, don't apologize, it's me. You watched me torture a prisoner for the Duke when the princess was taken. We are past the point you think you can offend me. Oh, thank you. I was trying to be scary. The idea is that the Duke is implacable, but he is only interested in one thing while I am bloodthirsty and unhinged, so their only chance of either freedom or a quick death is him. It may not be moral, but we found the princess before she made it to the Justicar's hideout. And that would not have been pretty. Least of all because I had never seen his grace that close to losing his cool. Oh yes, he was one step from calling in the duchy military and risking it looking like he was rebelling. So am I what? Oh, right. Bloodthirsty? No. Unhinged? A little. I mean, no one is this loyal without being a little obsessive. No one is in this kind of physical shape without being a little more obsessive. And sure, no one is more guilty about missing possible clues than torturing and maiming someone without... for what? You're welcome. But no, that isn't on you. Getting taken is on the princess for believing the Duke would make an assignation that required her being alone. Why agree to an assignation with someone willing to put you in danger? No, let me finish. Put you in danger just to make out. Love doesn't make you that stupid. No, it doesn't. It might make you love a person who do that, but it doesn't stop you thinking. It doesn't stop you weighing kissing and maybe a quick grope against your life and the secure future of hundreds of thousands, possibly millions of your future subjects. No, nuh-uh. Know why? Because it is you making the argument. Captain Duty. Captain Yes, ma'am. The difference, puppet, is that there is no way that you, however in love you might be, would set your responsibilities aside and risk international war just to satisfy your urges. Nah, not happening. No, she's not you, So it is her fault. She got snatched, not yours for trusting she'd act like she had a brain. Hey, what? My liege is the Duke. The fact he's loyal to the crown is his business. Oh, get you. You want to finally find out who'd win in a fight, Captain? They are not here to diffuse the tension. You'll have to live with your decision. You reached for the hilt. You ready for what follows? Yeah, back in the sheath. Fair? Are you trying to suggest you think that just because I'm wearing silk and carrying soup that I'm not armed? Or that I couldn't disarm you either way? No. Answer. You think 'cause the princess is a twit that I am too? Ooh, this provocation. So stoic. Yes, I still want you to come. Just because you're so stalwart, die for the princess. However much she deserves it when you don't have a personal connection thing just irks me. If I didn't care about your well-being, I wouldn't get so annoyed. Well, and look, I've seen glimpses of an actual sense of humor clawing to get out, and the duty-bound thing that keeps you tied down. I just worry that'll break you someday. Yeah, I speak from experience. The old Duke was like that. He cared about his kid, sure, but he never treated him like his son. Never really treated him at all. But luckily, my boy had me. I was there, so he knew his father wasn't treating him right. And sure, he's a bit cold. He's not. He's distant, sure, but if you'd seen the way he grew up. Still, the princess is good for him. I just don't think she's good for you. I know you're not in love with her, mate. I'm not saying you did anything wrong. I'm saying there's a difference between duty and letting your duty be your life. Sure, you might owe her. Sure, she's nice enough, but take time to breathe now and then. I mean, go to the pub with your crew. Take time to ride out of the city and eat honey and butter on bread. Get street food. Wear night clothes for an entire day. Take time to be you. Even I take time off. And I'm a deadly assassin who would do anything for the man paying my bills. And not just because I'm getting a house. Oh yes, once his name is cleared, I am getting a mansion. And that time I stayed behind and nearly lost my arm while we got away with the evidence letter thingy, I wasn't paying attention. I steal his stuff, I don't read it. Anyway, that got me up to 12 bedrooms, a butler, and a bath the size of a wellspring in the basement. It's how he said he'd reward me. Every big injury or thing he knows I don't like doing, torture, some of the murder, I get an extra room. If I lose a limb, I get a personal guard. What? It's reasonable. Of course I thought ahead. You have to. You have to plan. Otherwise you end up with nothing but regrets. So, make sure your princess knows that now she has a duke at her beck and call. You get at least 1 day a week to yourself. To do what? To live, puppet. I'll teach you. We'll find the things that make you happy, and then you'll learn to indulge. Looking forward to this. Hello, my sparkles of adventure. If you made it this far in the video, thank you. If you could leave a like or a comment, that would really help me out. I'd also like to thank the writer of this script, Marcherwitch or Welshie. I really enjoyed doing this one since it's unique in the fact that it's not necessarily a romance script per se, but it still has the camaraderie that one might look for in such a script. Plus, it sounds like there might be more than one part, so we'll get to see where the captain and the assassin might go a little bit later. Thank you, listener, for listening to my audio. Remember that you are unique light in the world, and without you it'd be a dimmer, duller place. With that in mind, I'll see you next time.